A lot has been said about the situation in Afghanistan, mainly by self-proclaimed geopolitical experts. Here today, I wish to take a few minutes to discuss some insights that we need to reflect upon. 1. How Islamic are the Taliban? The political version of Islam that they are following is not something that I am a part of because of the following points. If they say, as they do, that they're doing this in the name of Islam, that's a lie, because the Quran explicitly forbids fighting during the month of Muharram, which is now. Their treatment of minorities goes directly against any faith. Their treatment of women goes against everything that humanity offers. Even if they have said they will not use violence and include women in the government, they lie. Their assurances mean nothing. There was a violent attack on a women's rally in Kabul just a few days ago. It's like leaving a pedophile to take care of a kindergarten. The irony is that while Afghan women are being forced to stay at home, not get an education, and forcibly cover themselves from head to toe, right here in Canada, Melissa Lantsman, Conservative Party candidate, tweeted, and I quote, "Years ago, I supported the CPCHQ position to ban the niqab when taking the citizenship oath. I believed it was a symbol of oppression for women, which promoted exclusion. My view has since evolved," tweet deleted, "will continue to stand against Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, and hate." Melissa, it is oppression to force women to cover themselves. If you recall, I wrote a book titled The ABCs of Islamism, in which I spoke about political Islam, also called Islamism. You see this playing out now in Afghanistan. Their human rights violations are similar to those in neighboring Islamist-run regime of Iran. Neither of them are really good models for humanity. A note about the US. Yes, USA faltered in the withdrawal from Afghanistan because Sleepy Joe was at the wheel. It's the way it was done under Biden that has made it a dark spot on his legacy. But he seems totally unashamed. The point is not that the US had to leave. Obviously, after 20 years, they were not going to stay forever. I think 20 years of babysitting is enough for a nation to grow up and take matters into their own hands. There is a great tragedy unfolding for women, children, minorities, and those Afghans that helped the nations that were there. However, mass immigration is not the answer. Afghans have to face the challenge and get rid of this menace. I think that the US armed forces are one of the most effective and brave. While the whole world is screaming due to orchestrated propaganda from the left that the US has been defeated, the fact is that the US never lost a single battle with the Taliban in the 20 years they were there. And the only casualties were because of cowardly IED attacks and suicide bombings by the Taliban, which we saw recently at the Kabul airport. Who orchestrated this uprising? The Pakistan Inter-Service Intelligence, ISI, a formidable spy agency supported by Qatar, Iran, and Turkey for their own geopolitical interests. Let's be clear. Taliban are a terrorist entity. They take their inspiration from Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Yet here in Canada, Maryam Monsif called the Taliban our brothers.
I want to take this opportunity to speak to our brothers, the Taliban. We call on you to ensure the safe and secure passage of any individual in Afghanistan out of the country.
For a person who lied about her place of birth on her immigration form, at least she remembers her siblings. One of her brothers, Mr. Haqqani, is a known terrorist wanted by most countries and also has a bounty of $5 million by the FBI. You know, the movie that always fascinated me is The Planet of the Apes and the concept of the missing link. I don't have to explain myself further, but just look closely at the Taliban model and you will understand what I'm saying. Something that amazes me, and perhaps others have noticed as well, with planes packed like sardines, no masks, no vaccines, 75,000 Taliban march across various parts of Afghanistan. Where is COVID-19 in all of this? This is Raheel Raza for Rebel News. Don't forget to click or like www.rebelnews.com.